I don't really know what it is about this movie, Call Me By Your Name, and why I love it so much. Maybe it's because of the sad love story, maybe it's also because of Timothée Chalamet, I don't know. But maybe it's also because of the beautiful scenery where this movie has been filmed. And, well, guess where I am right now? Welcome to northern Italy, a beautiful place with stunning nature and old historic villages, and the place where the movie Call Me By Your Name has been filmed 5 years ago. The movie tells the story of Elio and the graduate student Oliver, who meet each other in summer 1983 and suddenly fall in love. This film and its story is so intense and so uniquely filmed that it received critical acclaim and won about 70 film awards. Today it is time to find the famous shooting locations of this famous movie in northern Italy, and there's one thing I can already promise. Yep, we're also gonna do a bike ride. Let's go!
Links abbiegen, dann rechts abbiegen.
I just arrived in my hotel here in Italy, and guess how it looks like? It looks exactly like in the movie Call Me By Your Name. Look at this. So vintage and retro. I love it. This is an old farmhouse, which is a holiday house, meanwhile, for vacations. You can book it, and I don't know, I just love it. I love it. Let me show you the room. Here's a little dresser, which is super old and retro. Here's a cupboard, which is also super old and retro. And by the way, look at the floor. Look at the floor. Here's the bed. There's also a little fridge. Here's a mirror. Hello there. And over here we have the bathroom, which is also super retro and vintage. Look at this. Here's some shampoo and some soap. And here's another mirror. Hello there. I'm pretty sure this will be a very great stay. So, what is the plan for the next few days? Well, my plan is actually to visit all of the shooting locations, or at least most of them, that were filmed around the town of Crema. And my plan is actually to do exactly the same what Oliver and Elio did in the movie. Well, not what you think. I mean the bike ride, of course. Yeah, I rented a bike for tomorrow morning, and then we gonna do a little cycling tour around northern Italy. And let's see if we can find some of the shooting locations. But a few of those shooting locations won't fit into this bike ride, because that would be a very complex and long route. So I think, since it's a beautiful evening outside, we should do a little car ride first. And what place could be a great place for a beautiful evening in the sun? Maybe Elio's secret place? Let's try to find it. Spiele den Soundtrack von Call Me By Your Name auf Apple Music.
Ich spiele Call Me By Your Name von verschiedenen Interpreten jetzt auf Apple Music.
So, in 1.6 kilometers, we should reach the famous spot from the movie. It's some kind of a nature reserve, but I have absolutely no idea if this is a huge tourist hotspot or something like that, or if we're alone there, or if we can even park there at the lake. I have absolutely no idea. Let's find out. Okay, here we are.
Rechts abbiegen auf Via GS Merigo.
Okay, we have to turn right here. That looks good. Oh, what is that?
Nach 600 Metern erreichst du das Ziel.
Okay, that's definitely the wrong way. Because this looks like private property. Nope, definitely not. Okay, we're gonna try another way.
Bis du ankommst, ist Fontanile Quarantina eventuell bereits geschlossen.
Okay, I have absolutely no idea if I'm right here. Here's a private street. Look at this. I don't actually know what that means. I think it's not allowed to drive with a car here, so we don't. But I think it's allowed to walk here, so that's what we're gonna do now. My plan is to just go there. Jesus, the birds are so loud. My plan is... Yep, I love you too. I will call him Elio. Well, as you might know, in the movie, Elio's place is this beautiful, freezing cold lake. And I found this place on Google Maps. It also has a name. Wait a second. Fontanile Quarantina. And Google Maps says it's closed. Whatever that means. Can a lake be closed? I have absolutely no idea. Or is this some kind of a commercial lake? I have absolutely no idea. Well, there is a walking path over there. Maybe we should go there. Because that way is quite long. We go there. Let's see what happens. Well, and that was the worst decision of the day. Congratulations! Spoiler alert, I didn't find Elio's secret place that day, and that's just because I chose the wrong way. That was just a super stupid idea. After a few hundred meters, this walking path just ended, and then there was a huge deep moat, and I didn't want to jump over it because I'm afraid of ticks. The biggest problem was the sun was going down, and I just didn't want to walk around there in the dark alone. Call me stupid, but yeah, I decided to cancel that plan, and I'm really angry about that. Okay, guys. That was a huge fail, right at the beginning of this video. I tried to find Elio's secret place, and now I'm in the middle of nowhere. The sun is going down, there are wild beavers over here that might kill me later. No, this was a huge fail, I'm sorry for that. The problem is, this lake is right over there, maybe right behind those trees. The problem is there is no real way to get there. So you have to walk around it, and that would take 30 minutes, according to Google Maps. As you can see, the sun is going down. It will be dark within an hour or something. And if I will get there in 30 minutes, I don't even know if it's open or if it's closed, like Google Maps says. So... yeah, what should we do? I would say this was a fail. I go back to the car. And when I'm back in the hotel, I will find out how to get to Elio's secret place. Okay, now you might be disappointed. Well, welcome to my channel. That's part of the deal, I guess. But I did some research in the hotel later, and the secret is don't park your car here, like I did. Park your car here. It's the parking space of the cemetery Farinate. There you will also find a huge sign that shows you the way to Fontanile Carantina. It's not a 30-minute walk through the wild, it's just a 10-minute walk. And if I hadn't been that stupid, and if I would have just taken this way, well, I could have shown you the famous movie location. Which is, by the way, a fountain and built hundreds of years ago, which means what they tell you in the movie, that the water is coming from a mountain or something, is absolutely not correct. But everything else you see there should be exactly the same as you can see it in the movie. So be a bit smarter than me and have fun in the water. You hear the crickets? Obviously, I made a bad joke. There are so many wild animals here. I've never seen so many wild animals in a German forest. I saw like 10 rabbits and a beaver, and the birds are screaming super loud. Okay, I didn't find Elio's place, but I saw a lot of nature. Here we are, back again. Hello, little friend. What is quite interesting, there are 2 ruins right next to the street over there and also over there. Look at this. This looks super spooky. Look at this. Wow. This could be this could be actually the house of Elio's family, like 40 years later or something. Looks a bit like an old church or something, or a castle or whatever. I don't know. Or it's just a living house. I don't know. Okay, this movie location tour didn't start as I thought it would start, but it's not dark yet, so we still have time to try something else, and I decided to drive to a little town, which is not that far away from Elio's secret spot. And in this town we should find the famous monument from the movie Call Me By Your Name, where Oliver and Elio are walking around, and where Elio for the very first time is sharing some feelings with Oliver. And yeah, I hope you will arrive there before the sun goes down.
Rechts abbiegen auf Via Guglielmo Marconi. Links abbiegen auf Piazza Vittorio Emanuele III, dann erreichst du das Ziel.
Oh my god, here we are! Oh my god, here it is! Ah. Oh my god, this is great. Great. Here it is. Great. Oh my god, this is great. And I would say, oh my god, look at the castle. Oh my god, this looks so beautiful. Yeah, this is the place where Oliver and Elio were walking around. Oliver was standing here. Elio was standing over there. And then I think Oliver went into that shop over there, which is not even a shop. I would say, let's compare the scenes. And here it is, the first scene from the movie Call Me By Your Name. Oliver and Elio are cycling into town, and that was filmed from over here. By the way, this is the beautiful village of Pandino, and the building in the background is the Visconti Castle, a very old historic building built in 1355. And today there are many offices inside this building, for example, the city administration. As we can see here on the scene, not much has changed. The only thing that has changed is my very modern car in front of the camera. In the movie, they put a very old Mercedes here. Here are Oliver and Elio standing in front of a cafe, which was filmed from over here. And as we can see, yep, there is still a cafe in this building, but they obviously changed the chairs and the tables, and they have some garbage cans, modern garbage cans over here. There was also an umbrella, and also the awning of the cafe looked a bit different, seems a bit yellow in the movie. But the most interesting thing is actually that they removed those parking bays in front of the cafe. You see that? There are markings on the ground. And the funny thing is, there are tables and chairs standing on those parking bays, which is super weird. And the funny thing is, you can also see that in other scenes of the movie. Here, for example, here we can see Oliver and Elio right in front of the monument, and here we can see in the movie there was a parking space right in front of the monument, a super strange parking space which leads directly into the monument. I've never seen that before, and now it's gone. Here's the scene from a different perspective, and here we can see in the background, in the movie, there is a huge sign which says Drogeria, which is translated grocery store. And in reality, there is no grocery store. This shop over there is, if I've seen that right, a real estate agency. And now the question is, was there really a drogeria while they have filmed the movie? And now there is a real estate agency? Or did they just put the sign there because the real estate agency just doesn't look like the 80s? My guess would be they just put the sign there because, yeah, the real estate sign is just too modern. Oliver and Elio are walking around the monument, and I think now it's time to talk about this monument. I think Oliver says it's from World War II, am I right? And Elio says no, it's World War I. And of course, Elio is right, like he always is. This is a monument from 1928. 10 years after the Italian victory, and on top of this monument there is a statue which shows a soldier that has a boulder in his hands. Yeah, that's what they built here in the year 1928, and it's still here. I know nothing, Oliver. But there's one thing I know. They again removed a sign from the wall. Do you see it? Do you see it? I see it. There is a cafe in the background, Il Cantuccio, and they removed the Illy sign. Do you see that? Which is an Italian coffee brand, which was founded in the year 1933. So I think they didn't remove it because it was not there in the 80s. I think they removed it to avoid advertising. Elio is smoking a cigarette right in front of a very retro-looking bus, which of course is not here anymore. And once again, we can see on the wall of this house, they removed another sign and they put some posters or something right in front of a door. They removed the sign which says Liberia Associazione. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce it. I really need to learn Italian. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea why they removed that, because this is a handyman association which also was founded in the 1950s, so it could have been there in the 1980s. So, and I think also the sign looks quite retro, so yeah. I don't know why they removed it, but I'm sure they had their reasons. In this scene, we can see a church tower right behind Elio's head, and this is the church of Santa Maria. Just a random fact, there's nothing more to say about this. Oliver is coming out of a shop and he's very angry because they messed up all of his copies. In reality, this is not a shop. Obviously, this is just a normal living house. There is no copy store or whatever inside this building. So this is totally fake, but fun fact. Right beside Oliver, we can see a huge sign on the wall of this house which says Vota, which obviously means vote. And this is a funny little detail in the movie Call Me By Your Name, because this film, as you might know, takes place in the year 1983. And in the year 1983, there really was a huge and important Italian election. And the party you can see on the sign, the PSI, it's the Italian Socialist Party, was quite successful. They were so successful that its leader, Bettino Craxi, was elected as the head of the government in a coalition with the Christian Democrats. And with this election, Bettino Craxi was, apart from one exception, the first Italian head of government since 1945 who was not a member of the Christian Democrats. So this was a quite important Italian election, and it's really nice to see that they put those little details in the movie Call Me By Your Name. Yeah, and this is the last scene from the movie I want to show you today, and also the most important scene. Elio is sharing his feelings for Oliver, and I really have to say, this is a strange feeling to stand here. I've done so many movie location tours since I'm doing this on my YouTube channel, but this is really a special place because I've seen this movie so many times, and now I'm standing right at the place where all of this happened. What you can see is there is a bush missing, which obviously was there in the year 2018. You can also see a bush on the other side. What happened here? That's weird. The bush is gone. I have absolutely no idea what happened here again. Yeah, but I don't care, to be honest. I'm gonna enjoy this place for a bit longer now, without you. And then I'm going back to the hotel.
In 1,9 Kilometer rechts abbiegen auf Via Materna.
Okay, this location tour started as a fail, but it went better, and tomorrow it's gonna be perfect. Hopefully. Because tomorrow we're gonna do the bike ride, but for now I need a little sleep in my perfect retro looking bed. Okay, but I think before we really go to bed, let's rewatch the movie once again, but this time in northern Italy. Okay, good night everybody. So, I rented the bike, as you can see, and now it's time to visit the first shooting location for today. And that place also has something to do with a bicycle, because it's the place where Elio and Oliver do their little bike race in the middle of the nature. I don't really remember where they are going in that scene. I don't know, I don't really remember. Whatever. It's in the middle of the nature, it's a beautiful place, obviously, and yeah, it's quite next to the bike rental, so I think that's our first place we're gonna visit today. Let's go. I missed that. The last time I did a bike tour was in the Netherlands, when I did a video about it. I should do that more often. Okay, I think we are almost there. It doesn't look so romantic like in the movie. But anyway, over there is some kind of a curve, and I'm pretty sure over there. I'm pretty sure over there the scene was filmed.
Du hast das Ziel erreicht.
Okay, here we are. Here it is. I think here it is. Here we are, in the middle of nowhere again. And this must be the famous curve where Oliver and Elio did their bike race. Yeah, doesn't look so romantic like in the movie, to be honest. Yeah, let's try to compare the scenes. Here's the scene from the movie, and the first thing we can see on the left is that the bush is much smaller than in the movie, and yeah, there is obviously a tree missing or something. So I did some research, as you can see here, and I found out, yeah, they obviously cut it down, which is a bit sad. Why did you do that? Everything else you can see in this curve is quite the same. In the movie there was a planted field right behind those two. You can see some stones on the left and on the right of the street, which is part of the underpass. And what we can also see on the movie scene, the road signs are in a different order. Why is that? You see that? If you take a really close look, you can see that. And yeah, to be precise, there is a new round sign which hadn't been there a few years ago. And if we take a look here, we can also see what kind of sign this is. Obviously, trucks aren't allowed here anymore on this street, which, by the way, is a really good idea because this is a really small street, and yeah, I don't think trucks should drive here. Okay, let's move on. The next place on the list is the place you've been all waiting for. It's the beautiful city of Crema, where a lot of scenes from the movie have been filmed. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this, hello. You see him? Oh. And yeah, it's a 20-minute bike ride from here. And yeah, let's see if we will find the scenes. There's a lot of farmland here and a lot of maize. You don't really see that in the movie, right? Yeah, but you do in reality. What is quite typical for this region are those old farm buildings. They all have the same architecture, they look super old, and some of them are also abandoned. I think this one is also abandoned. Yeah, take a look here. Looks like a jail. Yeah, and you can also see that in the movie Call Me By Your Name. There are a lot of those buildings.
Nach 600 Metern links abbiegen auf Via Donato Bramante.
Ooh. There's a huge party going on, obviously. There was so much noise in that house.
Weiter auf Piazza del Duomo, dann erreichst du das Ziel. Du hast das Ziel erreicht.
Look at this. Here we are. So, here we are in the beautiful Crema. Look at this. I have watched this movie so many times. It actually feels like I've been here already 100 times. Oh, there you are again. That was the first part of my little Call Me By Your Name bike ride. And if you don't want to miss the second part, you should subscribe to this channel now and ring the bell so you won't miss any upcoming video. And if you'd like to support me and my work, then you can check out the Patreon link in the description. Then you will get all the exclusive information, for example, all of the addresses of the shooting locations. Yes, also the address of Fontanine Carantina, so you can visit it. I hate this place. And I will also tell you what this beautiful hotel is I stayed in during my time in northern Italy. So if you don't want to miss that, you should now become a Patreon. You will find the links in the description. But that's it for today. We see each other when I'm back with part number 2. And yeah, I would say have a safe journey and see you next time.